Hello, my name is Stefan Neff. So I want to tell you a little story from my past when I was about 18 years old. So I had this friend, this mailman friend, that actually wanted to go on a camping trip. He belonged to this Land Rover club that was going up to Boston Bar. And so we went up there. And what I didn't realize was this vehicle that he bought had no brakes and no power. And so when I was that age, you know what? I didn't really think about things like that. And that's a lesson that I learned. So we camped overnight, and there's about 45 different vehicles in this whole group of people that was up in this trek, up by Princeton, in between Princeton and Boston Bar. So the next day, after camping and drinking, smoking marijuana, at that time, I was young. I had a lot of pain within my life. So that day, we were second in line to go up to trek. So we're going up this hill, and we're barely making up the hill, slow, with no power. So there's about 35 to 40 trucks behind us waiting for us. So this Englishman comes up and pops the hood and does a few little things under the hood, and all of a sudden we had power. Wow. Awesome. Okay, we're on our way. So we go up this hill, and we get up to the top, and then there's a steep hill going down and then turning. So my friend puts the in second gear and starts going down this hill. And we start going faster and faster. He changes gears to put it in a lower gear. And all of a sudden we went straight down, going about 40 kilometers an hour. And just imagine if you're going this steep, it's like almost this steep, going straight down. He cranks the wheel up and towards the bank. We go up on our side like this. And then he jumps out, bails out, and here's me and my other friend in the back going tumble over tumble over tumble. We ended up landing on the wheels backwards, going down the hill again. Luckily, there was a tree sticking out from the bank that went straight through the back of the window of this vehicle. Stopped us. Dead stop. And on this one side of us, on this sort of downslope, was a cliff about 150 straight down. If that tree wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened. So in this group, everybody's rushing down towards us because it's a big crash. I had a cut straight down on the side of my hand here. And my friend, there was nothing wrong with him. So what they did was they made a decision, and I'm 18 years old. I said, okay, I'm going to go to the hospital. So I went with this other fellow, and the vehicle was totaled, almost totaled. So I ended up going with this other vehicle, and him and his wife, and we ended up going to the hospital in Princeton, and that was about a 4-hour trek. So we went there. I got all stitched up. I was ready to go back to the campsite. So I went back to the campsite. He was gone. All my stuff, all my food, and this is a 2-day trip. So 2 more days in total. So all my stuff was gone, and I'm looking around the campground going, anybody see this, the guy I was with? Oh, he took off. He went home. My jaw dropped. All my food, all my camping supplies, everything gone. The only thing that I had with me was my wallet, my hashish pipe, and a ball of hash. That's all I had. So this was a group of a club. It was actually, you can call it a club, a Land Rover club. So you know what? They looked after me. But at that time, at 18 years old, I was thinking, you know what? I just got abandoned by my friend of mine. So we went camping, So we were in this campsite. You know, they gave me some food, some blankets, a place to stay, and it's fantastic. What a great, and we did campfire. I was sore. My hand was all stitched up. I had about 12 stitches in my hand here, all the way down here. So the next day came, and I had no sleep. It's basically up in the mountains. It's freezing cold. There's ice on the lake, a thin layer of ice anyways. So this next day, all of a sudden, I see his vehicle. And this next campsite that we went to, I went up to him, and I was so mad. And I tore a strip out of him. And I told him that if he didn't leave, I was going to do something that I would have regretted. And I told him straight up. So he left again, went back home. So I stayed again that next night. Meanwhile, what I didn't realize was my parents were waiting for me. Didn't know where I was, but they seen his vehicle come straight down the driveway. So they went to his house and knocked on the door. And he didn't answer, because he was totally afraid. My other friend that I've known since I was a little kid went with him as well. So I finally got back that next day, and my parents were like, "What happened?" So I told them what happened, and my father was so mad. He wanted to go down and phone the police and charge him, but there was nothing anybody could do. So the moral of this story is, in the beginning, before we actually went up to the mountains, I had a gut feeling of trusting my gut, knowing that this vehicle that I was traveling in wasn't safe. Means this person that I was going with wasn't out there to look after people and myself. He was there to look after himself. And that's what the lesson of the story is. When you have a gut feeling, it's not about him. It's about your gut feeling. When you have a gut feeling, go with it. And after this, I was in so much sort of pain about abandonment, that somebody would actually do this to me. I had fears in my life after that, of trusting people. So this created a trust issue within my life. And this came forth, 18 years ago. And so you're looking at now, 30 years ago. And I've just got over the last 2 years these trust issues. And this is one of the reasons why I actually didn't even trust my wife. I didn't trust people. And I'm actually now the last 5 years trusting my wife. That's why we got married, divorced, and remarried again, was because of my trust issues. Because I didn't even trust myself. I didn't want to listen to my gut feelings. So listen to your gut feelings, what they're telling you. Because your gut tells you the truth. So go with those feelings, no matter what your mind tells you. Because there's a feeling within your right in here, right in the gut. Chest, gut, everything. It's just that little turning, that muscle, you can feel it. So that's my lesson that I learned. And imagine, that's almost 30 years ago, how those things can hold in your mind and hold you back from being more in life. So don't allow those little things in your life. Think why they happen. Because there's always lessons within those happenings, those situations in your life. So heal those pains in your life that's holding you back. Don't let them hold you back like it did me for 30 friggin' years. So everybody have a fantastic day. Listen to your gut. It tells you the truth. So everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.